Hey, how you guys doing? Hope everyone's doing okay. So this week we're going to um, go over how to read your syllabus. Um, Something I kind of want you guys to get used to is organizing your things. I know it's like good to have like your notes and stuff. Like for example, I just finished doing my homework today, and it's like you gotta keep your things organized. Like for example, I have like all my notes organized. Like the titles are in a color, the information is another. If I list some stuff, that's another color. You just want to have it like organized and like colors. I mean, I like using colors, but like if you guys just want to do one color or in pencil, like that's fine too. Just make sure you like you can pay attention to all the information. Because the reason I do colors is just because if I do everything on black or like just one color, I kind of lose sight of like what I'm looking for, and that's why I use different colors, so it's like easier for me to find when I'm revising my notes. But besides that, also like if you look at my screen, I have like different folders. I usually have one folder for like every class I ever had. So let's go to, let's see, this desktop, surface stuff, college. So I have my semester 1 classes, semester 2, semester 3, semester 4. Right now I'm in my second semester at UMass, so like I noted it different. You kind of just want to have all these things listed. One thing I recommend doing this is just to keep your syllabus. If you don't want to keep notes in there or like your work, which I do recommend, but if you just don't want to go through like all that work, at least download your syllabus and file it in your computer, because when it comes time for you to switch schools, if you're planning on transferring, your syllabus is what's gonna like help you get the classes that you took into your new school. Because sometimes what they try doing is that, let's say you took a 3-credit course for accounting, and then you go to another school, and they're gonna try putting like a 3-credit course, but it might not be specifically for accounting, so you might have to take accounting again. So that's just one reason why keeping your syllabus is important. Let's see. That's not it. I might have another folder for my syllabus. Let's see, leadership. I think I might have another folder for my syllabus. Let's see. Class syllabus. Oh, so these are just a few. I'll just go over anyone. Alright, so this is entrepreneurial thinking. I'm actually taking this course now, I think. Or, nope, I'm not sure. But anyways, so one thing you want to keep in mind when reading your syllabus is that there's probably going to be like a lot of information, and you don't really have to read all of it. One thing I want you guys to do when you're reading like a big text or something like that, don't just read the whole entire thing. If you're just looking for something specific, just read the course title, the titles of the text. That's gonna help you just skip through the things you don't need to learn or you don't need to know unless you come to it. But for example, the most important things is finding your teacher's email. That's one of the most important things. You find their email. That's how you know how to contact them if you have any troubles. Course description, that just gives you an introduction to like what you're gonna learn and things that the teacher is expecting from you. Course outcomes, I don't usually read all this. Let's see. So course requirements, this is important. This will tell you what you need in terms of software, if you need to buy supplies. Sometimes your classes will require you to go get supplies at the store. But for this class, I don't think I needed anything. It just says I need a Chrome. But down to the important stuff, something you do need to pay attention to is the grading policy. This is how they grade. So, for example, concept quiz, I wouldn't pay too much attention on that, but this professor pretty much divided like all the things up into like equal sections. But actually, discussion board, this is a pretty big grade, 30%. So if you have a class like this, like make sure you do discussion boards. Sometimes I do forget, and then I either turn it in late or they don't allow me to turn it in at all. But just make sure you read how they grade. Because maybe you're like, oh, the discussion board, it's probably like 5%, 10%, but in this case it's 30. So they'll take a chunk out of your grade. The next most important thing is your what you're gonna learn each week. This is gonna be your schedule. So for each week, they're gonna pretty much tell you what you're gonna do. This is your homeworks, when you're going to take quizzes, the activities, the final. If you need to do like a project, they tell you the deadline for the project, so you make sure you have to like read this before you start the course, just so you get like an idea of like how it's gonna work. You need to learn how to plan it. So this is pretty much how you build your schedule. Well, at least this is how I build my schedule. So I figure out what I'm gonna do each week, and for example, I grab like a blank sheet of paper, and we have these first 3 things. So I will write all those 3 in one section. For example, if you have 5 classes, I would divide my paper into 5 sections, and then each section I would write everything I need to do. The next thing, so I'll just write it down. I'll make an example. Alright, so I would usually bullet my homeworks. So just bullet what I need to do. And then what I would do is in another color right next to it, I would write what is the due date. And for this week, it would be September 12th. So I would just write 9/12 under each of those. And what you need to take a look at is that every class is different. So some classes might say, oh, so all your work is due on Sunday, but you need to turn in your discussions, your discussions on Thursdays. So you have to write that down and make sure you keep track of that. And then what I would do is, let me see. 10, 9, 12, 9, 12. Alright, so this is how it looks so far. So I just write down the homeworks and then the due dates right next to it, just so you know exactly when it's due. And then the next thing I would do is, for example, if you just have 2 classes, I'll make an example of having around 3. Let's see, another class. I know these might be things that you guys already know, but I'm just gonna go over them. The school wanted me to go over these things, and I think it's good to go back to this and just so you don't lose track of like what you're doing each week, because I know some of you guys might be really busy. You might be involved in a couple things outside of school. I know one student is, he's involved in a couple things outside of school. He's got like presentations to do. I think he's got a presentation to do tomorrow. Or you guys might also go to work, and you know your brain just can't keep all of it. So you really do have to write it down, just so you know like when things are gonna be due. Alright, so this is my example of my classes. Let's say I have 3 classes a week. So one thing I would do is check due dates. So for my first class, everything is due on the 12th. For my next class, 2 things are due on the 12th, and then the 3rd is due, that's probably a Friday. So 2 days before, that'll probably be Friday. And my last class, so 2 things are due, and then 1 thing is done on Thursday. So what I would do is the one that has an assignment that's due the earliest, I would do that like as soon as I can. So something I would do is, let's say you work on Tuesday and Fridays. So you work Tuesday and Friday, and Saturdays and Sundays you have something to do. So you can't work Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So you only have Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So the first thing I would do is, the first class, the thing that's due the earliest, I would do that Monday as soon as I can. So I would write Monday, circle it. So that has to be done Monday. And then the next class, that's gonna be due Wednesday. Circle it, I don't know, put it to the side, whatever you want to do it. Make sure you make it bold. Circle it, do something just so you know exactly what day you need to do it. And then my last class, I'll do that one on, what did we say, Thursday. Alright, so the 3 days that you have free for yourself is Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So each class has its own date. So next is figuring out how much time it's going to take you. For example, if the first class on Monday, you know you're not going to be able to finish it because you have work in the morning, and then you want to sleep early, or you have a sleep schedule, let's say at 10, and you get home around 5, and you know it's going to take you at least 6 hours, and you only have, what was that, 4? No. Yeah, 5. So one thing I would do is on Wednesday, you're going to put +1 that you're going to need 1 hour more on Wednesday to complete your work from the class you have on Monday. Just make sure like you always note everything down, because let's say you're like, oh yeah, I just have one more task to do from Monday into Tuesday. You're probably just gonna be like, oh, I finished all my work, I'm done. And you're probably gonna go off to wherever you're gonna do, play games, go outside, read a book, whatever it is, and you're gonna forget about that one task you had for Monday. So make sure you always write it down. And something else is that for example, what I do is I don't really write dates. I like writing the weeks. So week 1, week 2, week 3. This entire semester I'm taking all my classes are 10-week courses. One of them is actually an 8-week course. But yeah, just make sure you write the weeks, because you write the date, and at least in my case, I don't really pay attention to dates unless it's like the due dates, because it's like so simple, it's right there. But if you tell me like the week 9/10 to 9/17, I'll lose track of that, and then I don't know like which week I'm in. And then if I just do like week 1, week 2, week 3, you're just doing 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's much simpler. So I would just write week 1 for the first week. So this is how I organize, and that's pretty much how I keep track each week of my work, just so like I don't let anything get through, get past me. Just finish everything, and make sure you work out the time, and you make sure you know like how much time everything takes you, because that could be important. Because let's say the last class it's going to take you 10 hours to complete everything, and on Thursday you only have 4 hours, so you need a lot more time to complete the work on Thursday. So let's say Monday you just have to complete those homeworks, but it's going to take you 2 hours and you have the entire day. Then I would do some of the work after I finish Monday's homework. I would do Thursday's homework, because I'm going to be busy Thursday. So just make sure like you work your entire schedule. I can't tell you how to build your schedule like specifically, because I'm not sure like what days you work. I'm not sure if you have like special occasions coming up, or you're traveling, going on vacation, anything like that. So I'm just showing you like the basics of like how you can build your schedule, and this should work so you don't miss any work from now on. Alright, so I'll see you guys probably Saturday. If not, I'll text you guys to see when you guys can we can do some Zoom meetings and just catch up. See you guys.